Hello students, in this video lecture we are going to talk about section 4 of the poem The Wasteland, and this section is titled Death by Water. As the title itself suggests, Death by Water talks about the element, one of the elements, that is water, and how this becomes so important because we have seen how the poet has talked about the earth, fire, and of course the spirit section, but here he is going to talk about water. Here I may just remind you that when we had done the first section, the burial of the dead, in that section we had a prophetess whose name was Madame Sosostris, and how she had also predicted death by water in one of the cards. And here when we do the lines of this section, you will be reminded of Madame Sosostris and the warning that she had given about death by water. And here is the section I am reading. The poet says, Phlebas the Phoenician, a fortnight dead, forgot the cry of gulls and the deep sea swell and the profit and loss. So here first of all you see the talk of Phlebas the Phoenician, and let me just write here that he, a Phoenician, was known to be a tradesman, sailor. So here Phlebas is also a Phoenician, which means he's a sailor and a tradesman, and he is a fortnight dead, which means he had died a fortnight ago. I hope you know what a fortnight is. 2 hafte, 2 weeks. So here we talk of Phlebas the Phoenician, but ultimately the poet refers to the reality of all mankind. The reason is every man will die, and this is the ultimate truth. If this is the truth for Phlebas, this is the truth for every man. So the poet here, when he is talking of Phlebas, he is actually referring to the whole of mankind, a fortnight dead. Now he had died a long time ago, and death is inevitable. I hope the meaning of this word is clear to you. Inevitable means something which we cannot deny, something which we cannot just forego. It has to come, जिसे टाला नहीं जा सकता, और वो होगी ही होगी. Death वो है जो हर व्यक्ति की किस्मत में लिखी ही है. It is the only certainty of life. And he says he forgot the cry of gulls. Gulls here is the seagulls. These are the birds of sea, and seagulls are very commonly associated with sailors and ships and life at sea. And the deep sea swell, the waves of the deep sea, and the profit and the loss, because he's a tradesman. So it is very common that his life was associated with money. So there are two things which his life was associated with. Whose life? The life of Phlebas. The first was the sea and the second was money. But he says once you are dead, then anything that has been associated with you throughout life means nothing to you. You just forget. Death makes you forget everything. So Phlebas forgot about the sea, and Phlebas forgot about his business, because now he was dead. और ये हर इंसान की किस्मत में यही लिखा है कि फ्लीबस जो सारी उम्र या तो सी से या मनी से, विच मीन्स दोनों से एसोसिएटेड रहा, वो मौत के बाद सब कुछ भूल गया। ना सी ना प्रॉफिट लॉस कुछ भी उसे याद नहीं रहा। एंड दिस इज द ट्रूथ, दिस इज द रियलिटी अबाउट मैन काइंड, दैट हाउएवर मच यू आर just associated, bound to the work that you do, but the ultimate certainty is death. And once you die, nothing remains associated with you. Moving on, and since this is a very short section, as you can see, as compared to the earlier sections and the last section, this is a very short section. This is the last slide, and here the poet says, a current under sea picked his bones in whispers. In whispers means silently. So his body, his dead body was silently picked up by the current under sea. As he rose and fell, he passed the stages of his age and youth, entering the whirlpool. See how he is talking about the waves taking Phoebus up and down, and ultimately, this is like the wheel of life, because life makes us go through various ups and downs in life, and ultimately the cycle closes with death. Similarly, Phoebus's dead body went up and down just like in his life, just like when he was living, he passed the stages of his age and youth. When he was living, then also he had crossed various stages of life. Similarly, after his death also, his body went up and down with the waves of the sea, entering the whirlpool. See, whirlpool is definitely associated with the sea. Whirlpool means when there is a center and the water moves round and round that center, and everything is dragged into that center. This is a whirlpool. And if you just look at the metaphorical meaning of whirlpool, whirlpool here is death. That ultimately you go through life, the wheel of life, it goes round and round, and ultimately everything enters death. Just like this, death is a whirlpool. Gentile or Jew, O you who turn the wheel and look to windward. And here when the poet says Gentile or Jew, he is actually talking of every man. He is addressing every man. He is actually talking to the reader also. And if you remember in the last lines of section 1 also, he had talked to the reader directly. He had addressed the reader directly. Here also he is addressing the reader directly, and he is saying every man, oh you. See how he says oh you. He is addressing the reader directly. He is talking to the reader. Who is you? It is the reader. He says, oh, you who turn the wheel. We are all turn the wheel. This means we are all living our life. And look to windward, and we look ahead. We all look ahead when we are living our life. Who turn the wheel and look to windward. Consider Phoebus. Consider here means remember Phoebus. Why does he ask us to remember Phoebus? That because we should remember that just like Phoebus died, and when he died, he forgot everything about his life. It did not matter. Similarly, every man must die. So he asks us to remember Phlebas. And who was once handsome and tall as you. So he says, just like with Phlebas, it is the truth with every person, every man, every woman, that when death comes, it takes away money, youth, beauty, power, strength, all possessions of life. Everything is gone with death, and man must ultimately surrender to death. This is what he asks us to remember. Remember this, he says. If Phlebas, who was once tall, handsome, rich, a lover of the sea, a lover of his trade, business, money, ultimately he also lost everything. His body just, was carried by the waves, and all throughout the ocean it floated. Similarly, ultimately, every man must meet his or her fate. This is what he is asking us to remember. And please remember that the metaphor of the whirlpool is very, very important here, because death is the whirlpool. Every person must ultimately be sucked into the whirlpool. Fate of humanity is to be sucked into the whirlpool. And here I again remind you that the title of this section is Death by Water, and this is what Madame Sosostris had once in the very first section only. She had warned that the whole of humanity must suffer death by water. So here we are reminded of this was a prediction, this was a warning that she had given to all of humanity. Fear death by water. Ultimately, the whole of humanity must fear death. And this is the end of section 4. This is a short section, and I hope you have understood this. Thank you very much.